Today we have assembled to bid farewell to Mr. Justice Sardar Tariq Masood, a distinguished judge of the Supreme Court of Pakistan at the end of a long and illustrious judicial career. His Lordship served with great distinction for more than 8 years in the Supreme Court and prior to that for over 6 years in the Lahore High Court. Each and every day, Lordship has faithfully pursued and advanced the ideals of law and the legal profession. Judgments authored by His Lordship are models of clarity, no matter how complex the issues and how lengthy the facts, therefore ensuring that judgments can be easily comprehended by the parties and the public. With a vast experience spanning over 3 decades, first as a lawyer and then as a judge, His Lordship leaves behind a legacy of impartiality and integrity. His Lordship has always enjoyed and maintained a constructive and congenial relationship with the bar and his brother and sister judges. During his time as an advocate, he was elected President of the District Bar Association, Rawalpindi, and during his time on the bench at Lahore High Court, he discharged as administrative duties as Inspection Judge for several districts, Member Administration Committee, Lahore High Court, and Administrative Judge, Labour Courts, Drug Court, and Consumer Protection Courts. His Lordship boasts an impressive disposal of 13,624 cases as the presiding judge and was member of benches deciding 20,582 cases in the Supreme Court, thus ensuring speedy resolution in matters pertaining to life and liberty of the parties. His Lordship has made significant contributions to the development of criminal jurisprudence and will therefore leave a huge void to be filled. His legal prowess over criminal law is unparalleled and enjoys recognition amongst the legal fraternity as well as the judiciary. This has been evident from the judgments rendered by His Lordship. In the case of Javed Iqbal versus the state, reported as 2023 SCMR 139, Honorable Mr. Justice Sardar Tariq Masood, speaking for the bench, made an important observation qua the admissibility of judicial confession in the following terms. The prosecution must prove its case against the accused beyond reasonable doubt, irrespective of any plea raised by the accused in his defense. Failure of the prosecution to prove the case against the accused entitles the accused to an acquittal. The prosecution cannot fall back on the plea of an accused to prove its case. Where the prosecution succeeds in establishing its case against the accused beyond a reasonable doubt, then the stage arises for consideration of the plea of the accused in defense and the question of burden of proof becomes relevant. Before the case is established against the accused by the prosecution, the question of burden of proof on the accused to establish his plea in defense does not arise. However, if the court decides to convict the accused on the basis of his confessional statement or his plea under Section 342 CRPC, then it is not open to the court to accept a part of the statement of the accused and reject another part for the purpose of convicting him for the offense. The judgment also appreciates and expounds the importance of the standard and mode of keeping evidence in custody in cases pertaining to narcotics. His Lordship also reiterated the role and responsibility of the prosecution in demonstrating that all steps in the handling of physical evidence, including recovery, packaging, safekeeping, and transmission to a laboratory, are properly followed. In another case, also titled Javed Iqbal versus the state, reported as 2023 SCMR 401, authored by His Lordship, provides guidelines on the issue of disapproving the grant of bail to an accused on certain conditions whilst upholding the right to liberty of the accused. The judgment is an important milestone in elucidating the link between the right to liberty and pre-trial detention expressed by His Lordship in the following terms. When bail is granted to an accused, not as a mean of enforcing recovery of fine, but on its own merits, the same could not be made dependent on the payment of fine. Any such condition would amount to curtail his liberty for which he otherwise is entitled. Grant of bail cannot be subject to riders and conditions, if otherwise a case stands made out. And an accused seeking bail after submitting bail bond through sureties desires transfer of his case to his sureties, custody to his sureties who undertake his production as and when required by the court, and for that he has to make out a case in accordance with the law applicable thereto. He cannot be allowed or required to barter his freedom, and imposing any condition other than submission of sureties would be against the dictum laid down by this court. The judgment serves as a testament to His Lordship's resolve to always ensure that the accused is not denied liberty, even though the same may sometimes translate into decisions that may not always be popular, but are always proper and within the confines of law and fundamental rights enshrined under our Constitution. Retirement is mostly synonymous with endings and sadness. However, it is rather a time for celebration and introspection, an opportunity to experience going away having earned the respect of your peers, whilst maintaining integrity and dignity in times of adversity. There is no greater honor than to serve the public and to discharge one's duty with integrity, without fear or favor. Finally, it would be an oversight on my part to not mention the candor and witty demeanor of His Lordship. I bid farewell to Mr. Justice Sardar Tariq Masood and wish him well with health, prosperity and contentment.